Thanks for joining us this morning for our first ever live product reviews. So it's similar to what I would do on TV, but we decided to do it this way for one particular reason. We get a lot of emails after our product reviews where you've got questions. So we answer them, but now this gives us an opportunity to really have a discussion on all these products. So after I get done with all these products, just type on the Facebook page where you've got questions or comments. You can say you like the product, you don't like the product, I'm right, I'm wrong, or if you want me to read any of the ingredients for you. Also, in addition, we will be archiving this on supermarketguru.com. So you'll still have the regular product reviews with all the ratings right there on the page, but we're going to try this up and we're going to see whether or not we can really build a new product community this way. So I'm going to get started. Here's the first thing. I'm not doing this as a product review. I just saw this in a little deli, so I bought it. Now this is for Cinco de Mayo, right around the corner that's coming up. And this is La Helada Michelada. Now, La Helada means frost, so I have no idea what that means here. But basically, it's a cup that has salt and sugar in it. You just take it. The weird thing is for me, too, that actually it has one of those little holes where you can put a straw in it, and you can make your own Michelada. So I'm just going to pour in some beer. You've got the spice packet right in here. So all you've got to do is you've got to cut it, put it in there. There's also a rock on the inside of this. I'm not sure why there's a rock. You probably can't see that, but there's a rock there. And then you just pour it in, and you're making your own little Michelada right there, right in time for Cinco de Mayo. Now, I got a couple of problems with it. I don't know if you can see those weird bubbles that are coming up with what you add to it, but it smells like beer with some spices in it. This is the spicy version. It comes in two versions, cost $1.99. Now, one concern I have, it does have 576 milligrams of sodium in it. It does have, obviously, a lot of salt, chili powder, and some sugar. So here's to Cinco de Mayo, and for those of you that want to try it, I think the distribution right now is only in delis. We can't give it a rating, but just wanted you to be aware of that. It's an interesting idea, having the salt already on the plastic rim, the spices, and maybe there's some other opportunities to do this besides just Cinco de Mayo and just with the spices. But I would, as always, like to see the sodium just a little bit lower. So here's a product that we are going to review, A2 milk. Now, as many of you know, my grandfather was a dairy farmer. My father grew up on the farm. By the time I was around, the cows were gone, but the barns were still there. So I always have an affinity towards milk products. And this is real interesting. A2 milk is cow's milk that contains predominantly the A2 type of beta-casein protein, rather than the more common A1 protein. So they're actually using genetic tests to determine which cows have A1, which cows have A2. It's been around in Australia, New Zealand, and China, and the UK for a number of years. It started here probably about 10 years ago in the US. However, really hasn't taken off, but I think that it can now, especially since so many people are worried about their digestive tract. This is designed for that. It's easier to digest for those people not only that have lactose intolerance, but do have other issues digestively. You might want to try this. One cup is 160 calories, 9 grams of fat, 130 milligrams of sodium, 8 grams of protein, and 12 grams of naturally occurring sugars. Now remember, when you look at milk products and dairy products, you always want to read the ingredients because milk does have naturally occurring sugars as part of them. So especially until we have the new nutritional labeling that breaks out naturally occurring and added sugars, read those labels so you're not adding extra sugar in products like yogurt. Half gallon is $4.49. Our total score is actually 93. Next up, we have Challenge Butter. This is actually their lactose-free butter. The way they make it, it's relatively simple. They have 100% butter, they clarify it, they then blend in some canola oil, and voila, no lactose. 1 tablespoon is 80 calories. Compare that to butter, which is about 109 grams of fat. Butter is a little bit more, 11 grams of fat. 110 milligrams of sodium, no sugars, no protein in it. A 15-ounce tub is $4.49. The taste was really pretty good for a replacement like this. It's soft, it's a spread. Total score is 90. Now the next product, I love this idea. This is so cool. It's called Breakfast Hero, and it's pancake batter. You find it in the frozen case. I obviously defrosted this one. It makes 3 4-inch pancakes, not for the whole container, it makes 15, but 3 4-inch pancakes are 170 calories, 5 grams of fat, 300 milligrams of sodium, again, a bit too high in my book, 6 grams of protein, and 7 grams of sugars. It's really a very cool idea. Everything is in there. The egg is in there, the milk is in there. So it's a great product just to have in the freezer at all time if you want to make pancakes. And if you're a pancake lover, I think you'll like it. It has a nice touch of cinnamon to it as well. It costs $3.99. The total score is 92. Now for my last product today, this is not a food product. This is Frau Fowler tooth powder. Now this is the way our grandparents and our great-parents used to have toothpaste as tooth powder. So it comes in this really cool looking tin. There's no fluoride, no SLS, no preservatives. It's just salt, xylitol, calcium carbonate, and oils of peppermint, spearmint, and wintergreen. And you know, when you just take a whiff of it, it is so strong on the mint. It's really refreshing and it makes you feel good. So all you would do is you take your toothbrush, no water. You take your toothbrush and you put it in there. I'm not going to do this live because your mouth starts foaming and I'll start drooling and nobody wants to see that. So you just do that and then you just brush your teeth with it. No water. A little over 2-ounce tin, costs $6.40. But what I love about this is, for me, and I do a lot of traveling, and I'm sure a lot of you do too, this is just so easy. I put it in a smaller little plastic container, enough for my toothbrush, do it, and when you're on a plane or whatever, you can just easily go into the bathroom and it doesn't make a mess, and it's really a cool idea. Total score for this one is 94.
For complete product information, just log on to supermarketguru.com.